Hey, it's meteorologist Cory Reppenhagen here with the 9 News Weather Impact Team taking a look at your forecast. And the weather pattern for this weekend is really the same weather pattern that's been locked in since about November the 1st. We have another big blast of Arctic air coming down the east coast. They'll be cold and stormy while we're under a ridge of high pressure, mild, dry, and breezy because we'll be riding right on the edge of that pressure gradient. And it looks like it's going to stay for a few days. So a very nice weekend. Let's take a look at that cold air marked in the gray aqua colors. Now this time around on Friday afternoon, this is about as close as it's going to get this time around the Colorado. That'll still be cold enough to moderate our temperatures, especially along the state line on the eastern side. And that cold air is going to exit way down there in the southeast as we have a very nice weekend in store here in Colorado, which means no more snow. And that is a problem because our snowpack is the worst that we have ever seen it. And since we put the SNOTEL network in there in 1987, we've never even come close to seeing anything this bad as far as the snow, and we have none in the forecast over the next few days. So that worst snowpack will continue to plummet to even further into the records that we are now holding onto for this season. So here is the snow forecast. There's going to be a little bit of some flurries and some light snow over the weekend, both Friday and Saturday. And this is the total. This is the forecast all the way until 10 o'clock on Sunday night. So we're looking at maybe a trace to about 3 inches up to the northern mountains and a trace to 1 inch across the I-70 mountain corridor and nothing down in southern Colorado. The one thing we could see is what we've seen often. Here is the wind, and that will be generally breezy. It was what I would describe it here across the day on Friday, which is about the same that we saw on Thursday. And really, if there's any really extreme winds in the forecast, it would be Saturday in the foothills and the mountains. This could creep into the base of the foothills, but in general, we'll still stay with those light winds and then just very breezy conditions across the area on Sunday. And so with all that information, you're not going to be surprised to know that this is the third warmest winter that we've ever experienced to this point. Now, 81 and 34 have a pretty big lead on us, so it may be tough to catch that, but we're going to give it a shot. We'll need probably some 70-degree days to do that, but we'll get some 60s in here, and that's something we've seen a lot of. So we could be coming close to the record most 60-degree days in a single winter. That was in 81. We had 34 of them. At this point, we have 26 on the board this year, and we've got a few in the forecast. So we're going to move into second place here as we go through this week as a 7-day forecast here in Denver. We could hit the number 27 on Sunday. It'll be close. And then number 28 on Monday. The only thing that we have resembling anything like winter is on Thursday, where we could see a bit of a rain-snow mix. Too early to tell if we'll get any snow accumulation out of this, but this may look somewhat spring-like with some more puffy cumulus type clouds with that system, and then we're warm going into next week, and if that holds, we'll have a few more 60-degree days. That's your forecast. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you all have a real nice week.